Day one in Dundee. Started at the Dundee Museum, which is a huge complex. All sorts of stuff they had nowhere to put. They piled it here by the looks of it. Let's have a look at the map. Also, the internet connectivity in the hut is terrible. So I came up here, I'm getting better reception here. So we're here, right? We've got lots of stuff. There's Adwana, Rorke's Drift, Fugitives Drift, Valley of the Cannibals, I don't even know what that is. The Prince Imperial, we're up Blood River. That's quite a long distance to Labane. Talana, that's where we're at now. And then of course we've got Ladysmith, we've got Colenso, the battle, Spincorp. So there's a lot around this area. Okay. That's where we came from, Volksrust. Alright. Now if we walk over this direction, there's lots of old mining equipment and railway stuff here. I thought so. The general that lost his life here was Penn Simmons. You can see here. That hill there, you probably can't see, it's behind the trees, is where the first battle of the Anglo-Boer War broke out. I think the Boers were on top of that hill and the British rushed it. And that's where Penn Simmons was killed. But anyway, beautiful, gorgeous grounds. They're all green and lush. Jacarandas. Plenty of areas to sit down, and I should have brought a drink with me. I'll learn these things, eh? These white huts are something. There's lots. There's the Gandhi exhibit. The history of the coal miners in the area. We'll just have to wing it. Okay, so this house was built in 1894. It's beautiful, old Cape Dutch style. Okay, so we this rock painting was saved or rescued. It's Bushmen. There's an animal there, and those men, well, they look like praying mantises to me. Can you see that? They're apparently shaman dancing around the huge animal. There's a guy with a bow. Alright, so this is Bushman painting, but in here we're going to follow, look at the way they've made like a cave. We're going to follow the history of the people that were living here first. So we're going to start with the Bushmen. This land was inhabited by little people. They called them Khoisan, or but we know them as Bushmen. There's some of them there. They sort of sit around with ostrich eggs. You know, hunters, gatherers. There they are, the Sand Bushmen. Oops, hang on, we've hit a dead end already. No, we come through here now. So we're now moving into the Zulus. So we don't know how long they were here, you know. We should remember that movie, Gods Must Be Crazy? Yeah, that's them. I think any estimate on how long they were here in Africa is just that. But we do know that the African tribes moved down, or the native, sorry, the African tribes moved south, always looking for more grazing for their cattle. The Zulus valued cattle above all else. There's some of our relatives. Hello guys, how you doing? I've just got a throbbing headache. There's some Zulus being blessed by the king, and the Zulus tended to form villages with these huts, and they counted their wealth in cattle and wives. You bought your wives with cattle. They still do have I think they call it lobola. There's the Zulu kings. One of those Zulu kings, or the son of, came and opened the lodge where I'm staying. But, we're now moving into the Boers. The Boers have arrived. You know, they made a treaty with Dingaan. There's old Peter Diff. He got hammered. And I don't know if we'll get to that spot. That's where we went with the school bus when we saw where, what's his name? Peter Tiff got hammered with a knob carry. So here's some voetrekkers, they called them. This is a great image. This is the night of the tears when the Zulus decided to kill all the voetrekkers. After they'd killed Peter Tiff, they decided to finish the job. So the Afrikaner always remembered the night of the tears. I'm starting to see a dress worn by Mrs. Louis Steenkamp to the Blood Ribbon 1938. Okay. She might have been there as a kid. Oh, now I'm getting into the bigger section now. Oh, look at this. Here comes the British. So, I think that the Boers kind of, they weren't that comfortable living alongside the Zulu. The Zulu were a warlike people, and the Boers decided, well, most of them decided to keep travelling north to get away from the Zulu. Some of them did stay, but it was the British that acknowledged that something would have to be done about the Zulus. They thought if we don't bring them to heel, there'll always be a military force on our borders. So Natal was taken by the British. You can see in this map here. Zululand, Natal. And this is the Zulu War. Look at that. Oh, look at that. 24th Regiment. All their battle honours. 1806. Okay. It's all a bit dark in here. I don't know if they've got any lights. The death of the Prince Imperial. Louis Napoleon. We've covered him in one of our episodes. Way back, we covered him. Unfortunately, the lights in that section aren't working. They've got a display of things that they found in the... Oops. Oh no, where's my phone? Okay, I found it. Here's the uniforms of the 24th. Once again, if you followed my channel, my introduction of my interest in the Zulu War, I had a uniform, something like that, made for me one time. There's old Vic. Here we go. Here's a map of a relief of Isildwana. British columns. Zulus in the classic buffalo head. There's the head of the buffalo, there's the horn coming around. There should be another one there, that might be the back horn. And we know the outcome of Isildwana, right? Wow, look at that. Fantastic. This flag. Isildwana. Slobane, Kambula, Ulundi. Wow. Get that into my backpack. Here's what they were facing. Most of these look to me like throwing spears. There's a knob kerry. I can't see what I would classify as a assegai, but probably there's one there. Okay. Oh, here we're going to see a good map, and we all know about this, don't we? So there we got the Free State, Transvaal. We've been all around there. We'll be going to the Free State after Zululand. We're there at Dundee, so these were the British colonies of Natal and the Cape Colony, and they had that as a protectorate, and the British colony of Rhodesia. Okay, and that's where Kruger got the train across there to get the